Welcome. Today I'm gonna be talking about the third attachment style, that is third. And again, today is the third episode of the power in knowing your attachment style. So brace yourself for a more juicy information. Hello guys, for those who are new here, my name is Olarata Rams. If you are new here, yes, press that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and press that bell button to get notified when I'm posting another video or all the videos that I'll be posting. So yes, without wasting any more time, let's see what attachment style we're gonna be talking about today. Welcome back. As I said, today I'm making the third episode of the power in knowing your attachment style. All right, so today I'm gonna be talking about avoidance, insecure attachment style. Avoidant, insecure attachment style. I believe you have heard about this when I was talking about anxious, insecure attachment style. So yes, today is the day when we talk about avoidance, insecure attachment style. What is this attachment style? Like, what is it, right? So avoidant, insecure attachment style is characterized by a person who is emotionally unavailable, a person who is afraid of being close to people, right? Emotionally unavailable, a person who just doesn't want to be close to people or has fear of being close to people. Let's try to find out what I mean in the characteristics. How do you spot a person with this attachment style? The first thing is that these people suppress their emotions. They don't show their emotions, right? They just keep them inside, right? There are people who normally don't tell you if they're having a hard time, or they don't tell you when they're in need of something. They just don't do that. They just keep everything to themselves, right? We'll find out why that happens and how that came about, right? So the second thing is that they avoid being emotionally close to people, right? In relationships, they have that fear of being close to their partners emotionally. That's why sometimes when you date this kind of person, they just don't want to commit, right? These are the people who have this fear of commitment, because when you commit in a relationship, it means that you are willing to be connected to this person emotionally, connect with them like with love, and yeah. So these people, they don't get in the relationship. They're just in the relationship, but they don't get in. Okay, so the third thing is that they always feel that their partners come off clingy. That's why when I was talking about anxious, insecure attachment style, I said that these people, most of the time, they attract people who have avoidant, insecure attachment style. That's why it says that they feel that their partners are clingy, because their partners want emotional connectedness. Like their partner are clingy because their partner wants to be connected to them emotionally, right? Remember what we talked about when we talked about insecure attachment style, that these people, when they get in with two legs, they're in. But now imagine this person has an anxious attachment style, and this one has avoidant, insecure attachment style. When they are in a relationship, this one comes closer, and when this person comes closer, this one moves further. Come closer, moves further. That's why another characteristics, they are often accused of being distant in a relationship. The more this person loves, the more this person moves away. I hope that made sense. That's why they're always accused of being distant in a relationship, right? The other thing is that they have fear of rejection, right? They have fear of rejection. Another, which is the last characteristics, is that they focus only on their needs, right? They focus only on themselves. That's why when someone loves them more, they move away, because they don't want to be in it, like be in the relationship. They just don't want to connect emotionally. They have that fear. How does that come about? How does that develop? So you find that their parents, when they were young, since they're unable, they always suppress their emotions. This really is rooted in their childhood. When they cried, their parents kept telling them that it's wrong. Not really it's wrong. They just always encourage them to not cry. Don't cry, because when you cry it shows that you are weak. When you cry it shows that this. When you cry you show that you something that is negative, right? So these children grow up knowing that when you cry you are considered weak. When you cry you don't, for example, if if it's a boy child, when you cry it doesn't show that you are a man. Men don't cry. This phrase really has a very big impact in men's lives. So parents, don't tell this to your kids, because they suppress their emotions and end up sometimes being depressed because they're unable to actually share with people that they are depressed. No, they're having a hard time. So when these people are having a hard time, they don't cry. They just suppress their pain and they don't talk to anyone about it, and this really ate them inside. A wise man once said that sometimes people die because of what's eating them. What's eating them? Something that is inside, it's eating them, so they end up dying, right? You may take that this is something that is simple, but it's a very, very serious matter. When you are raising your child, for example a boy child, don't tell them that crying is for girls, because they are also human beings. They want to express their emotions. The only way for you to be able to really relieve your pain that's inside is for you to cry. So make it tell them, right? Make them realize that by crying it doesn't make them seem weak or anything. This is the message for parents. Okay, do that. Yes. So the other thing is that, like I said, they're accused of being distant because they don't want to connect emotionally. You go to them, they move to the other side. For example, let's say you are dating, right? Let me give myself as an example. I'm dating, right? I'm dating this guy. So this guy and I, we love each other. Well, I think. So I have an anxious attachment style, and I love too much. I love too much to a point whereby I want to talk to them more often. I keep sending text loving messages to show them that they're really they're loved, to give them this validation that you know what, you are amazing, you are powerful, you can do it, those kind of messages. And since I do that, they feel like me all around, I'm so clingy, so they don't reply to my text. They don't reply. So as they don't reply, they move away from me. The more I keep trying to do that, the more they move away from me. And when they move away from me, they end up doing what? Right? They don't want to connect with me emotionally, right? They end up cheating on me. Why? Because they want to be free. They want to be free. So what is my point? My point is these people, they don't want to connect emotionally, right? That's why they are afraid of commitment. And most of the time, these people are prone to having affairs in relationships because they just don't want to be tied down. And when you are tied down, it means that you have, what should I say? You have the right word. I forgot the right word. It means that you are in a committed relationship, so they don't want to be committed. And when you talk about commitment with them, oh God, it's like you're saying to them, run away. Run away. Yes, so that is how this attachment develops, they keep having this constant rejection from parents. So as they have this constant rejection, this is how it is. When they have the constant rejection, the child cries. So as the child cries, the parent doesn't attend to the child. They just don't. They just sit there. They are not partially available or unavailable. They just not there. The child cries, they just mind their own business, right? So that is why the child has fear of being connected to anyone, because that parent didn't actually go to them when they are in need. That's why again they don't tell people that are having a hard time, because they don't want to make anyone, like, they don't want to be any burden to anybody. Okay, I hope I made sense, and I hope I made sense, and I hope you understood. So how does this avoidant attachment style affect a relationship? I kept talking about it when I was giving examples, that these people that are distant in relationships, right? And then the other thing, they have fear of intimacy. They don't want to be in committed relationships because they have that fear of actually being attached to that person, right? And then the other thing is that they don't want to depend on anyone. They want to be independent. That's why they don't want to be any burden to anybody. Okay, so like I said, they are prone to having affairs in relationships. Okay, so yes, those are the things that you can, like, the person who has, like, how they affect the relationship. Yes, so how do you heal this attachment? The first thing so how do you heal this attachment? First of all, the advice to go to therapy. If you feel like you have this fear of rejection, you have this fear of intimacy, you have this fear of actually being in a committed relationship, go to therapy. Go to therapy. People don't want to go to therapy because of, I don't know really why people are afraid to go to therapy. They feel like they can fix their own problems. But remember, like I said on one of my videos, I said when you go to therapy, the therapist or the psychologist, that job is to guide you to heal, right? They don't tell you what to do, they just guide you to heal. Okay, yes. So the other thing is that they're encouraged to develop a relationship with people who have a secure attachment style, because these people that are secure and they are able to support you, they're able to actually show you that you can actually be in a healthy relationship. You don't have to fear anything. Yes, the last one, which is they have to resolve their childhood traumas. They have to heal it. How do they heal it? They heal it by going to therapy. Sometimes your attachment style is rooted in something that actually happened to you when you were young. Sometimes messy divorces, right? You don't want to be in a committed relationship because you saw your parents' relationship, like you saw your parents' marriage falling apart. So you don't want to feel the same pain as they felt, right? And again, when we look at the messy divorces of parents, you may find that sometimes when your parents are divorcing, they're really focused on themselves and they're focusing on their fight, right? So they don't pay attention to you and how that divorce is actually affecting you. This serves as a message to parents again. When you're divorcing, or when you are in a relationship whereby your kids know this person and you are breaking up, you need to actually talk to your children, right? So going back to the marriage part, when you have a messy divorce, or when you are just divorcing, know that your divorce is affecting your children in a way. Take them to therapy, and again, it gives them this. Like I said, take your children to therapy. Talk to them, sit down with them, give your child a hug. As simple as a hug can actually make a difference in their lives, because they need that comfort. Their parents are breaking up, the marriage has fallen apart, the family has fallen apart. Be there as a parent. Give your child a hug, just a simple hug. Make this a habit. Even though there's no divorce or anything, give your child a hug sometimes. Tell your child that you love them, because they need to hear that. They need to know that you as a parent, you are there for them. Yes, I hope I made a point with that. So this is the end of the topic for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and press that bell button to get notified when I'm posting another video. So yes, I'll see you next time.